Good morning, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentines.
Happy
I was
Valentine's.
going to wonder if you were going to wish people happy Valentine's Day.
Happy VD to you.
Happy VD. God. Anyway, so you can tell it's going to be one of those days. This is the Cigar Show, episode 12. We are here at the Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge in Richardson, Texas, as always. And we got the great Jerry Morris producing. I am the great Randy Rankin. I don't know about that, but anyway, I'm Randy Rankin. And with me to my right, I almost did it again, is the stunningly beautiful Faith Cox
Hello, guys.
and the stunningly beautiful Tony Gomez.
I try.
You know, I don't know how stunning you are, but it would be stunning if you were beautiful. That would be the shock, right?
I don't know. I've stunned a few people in my day, bro. I'm pretty sure, man. So.
Anyway, so we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. We've got kind of a happy...
Hey, you just said Thanksgiving.
What did I say? Thanksgiving?
You said Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, hey, I want people to have a great day no matter what day it is.
Thanksgiving,
Anyway,
Valentine's,
Randy's
whatever
wishing
day.
you Happy Thanksgiving in advance, so they
Yes.
got that out of the way. But
I'm
for
either
today,
really early or really
for
late.
today, I'm thinking he's thinking you should have a
Well,
good
I said it.
Valentine's
I'm looking at
Day.
Jerry giving me this look, and I'm like, what did I say?
All right.
Oh, well, okay. Let's get over it. Anyway.
No, we're gonna let you. be
Yeah, I'm
embarrassed
sure
for a
you
few
are
more
going to
minutes.
get kicked in the groin all day today.
Yeah, you are.
But why should today be different?
Jingle bells,
Anyway,
jingle
so we've got
bells.
Jerry Morris producing, Faith Cox, me. We're not reset everything. Okay. Anyway, so we've got a Valentine's Day. Is that the right holiday? Theme set up for you today. Faith came up with this idea. It's about time she came up with a good idea. But anyway, so leading into the Valentine's Day topic that you brought up, we like to talk, because it's going to be cigar related, we like to talk things that aren't necessarily on the cigar page. So I thought, this is Valentine's. If you're with a significant other, you might want to watch a, what?
Hearts.
Oh, he has hearts on his Starbucks cup.
Oh,
He's
yeah, so
very,
he's in the
very
spirit.
getting into it. So anyway, a lot of men will be forced to watch a chick flick or something with their significant other tonight, or
Yep.
maybe last night, or for all week, depending on how long you celebrate this
Absolutely.
made-up holiday. Anyway, sorry, I'm a guy. I have to call it a made-up holiday at least once, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, so Faith, you are a chick,
Yes.
and you're very good at it.
Thank
You're
you
very
for
good at being a
noticing.
chick, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, what is your favorite movie that would be deemed a chick flick?
I have to say, wholeheartedly, Moulin Rouge is
Okay.
the ultimate chick flick. It's a love story. It's dramatic. It's musical. It's colorful. There's love and kisses and everything. It's awesome. And I love it.
Boy, your southern accent kicked in. It's love
I know,
and kisses.
it really does. When I get more enthusiastic, you can start.
Then the southern accent comes back real
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I actually like Moulin Rouge too, as you know. But it does have all the elements of a chick flick. You got the tragedy, the star-crossed lovers, and, the love songs and stuff. So I would think so. Do you like Moulin Rouge?
I like the music from Moulin Rouge a lot. I'm going to just let you know, I have not watched the entire movie,
Okay.
but I love the music from Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
Anytime I see any of the musical numbers, I mean, it's awesome. And I love the cinematography of Moulin
Yeah,
Rouge.
it has an impressive look to it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So-
Okay, so you passed. You did
Yay!
good. Mine's a classic. Although it's hard, I hate saying that something's a classic when it came out in my lifetime. But I like When Harry Met Sally. I think that's just a great chick flick. Have you seen that?
I have
That
not
is a
seen
must
that.
see. You've got to see that movie.
That's
It's
awesome.
Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan. This was the movie that really made Meg Ryan a superstar. The premise being that can a guy and a girl actually be just friends? And it takes you through all the pitfalls. And there's enough guy talk in it and enough girl talk in it that it works for everybody.
It's a good question too.
But they answer it, and it's a good answer. I like the answer that they come up with. But anyway, it's a classic. I love it.
Let me guess. They fall in love in a movie.
You have to watch it.
Oh.
No, I picked a Valentine's Day movie where they got all pissed off and shot each other to death. You're not my friend. Boom. So, what do you think of When Harry Met Sally?
When Harry Met Sally is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I'm a Billy Crystal fan. I've actually seen Billy Crystal in person. Do his wasn't really a stand-up. It was more like a Q&A that he did with. I can't remember her name right now, but anyway, another actress. But
Oh, that girl from that movie?
yeah, that one. Yeah. So anyway, but it to me it's yeah, it's right. It's the perfect balance because him and Bruno Kirby play off of each other, and then her and Carrie Fisher play off of each other, and it's like it goes between the two, and you got the guys doing the guy talk and but it's really neat because in the way the time goes back and forth, and so it's really neat. Yeah, I do like When Harry Met Sally.
Okay,
It's
cool.
a great movie.
So far we're all in agreement.
Awesome.
And I
I
know
need to
that's kinda
think
weird,
of
I
more
just made
cheesy
that up.
movie. Honestly,
You need to see that When Harry Met
Harry
Sally.
Met Sally.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that for Valentine's. You know.
There you go. Your Ramsey would like that too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony, what's your chick flick?
My chick flick, man. Well, you know, man, I'm a Texas boy, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna say it, man. Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock and Harry Connick Jr. Because
Yes.
I've always thought that Harry Connick Jr. has just been so unappreciated as an actor, and also unrecognized and unappreciated as a musician because his genre of music just isn't the popular. I mean,
And where did he get popular from? When Harry Met Sally.
That's right. And
There
so
you go.
because he does the theme song. It had to be you. He does the remake.
He did the whole music.
Yeah, and he did the score and all that. So, and he's more of a throwback. He's always been. He did great movies like Memphis Belle, and he can do anything. I think he did the movie Copycat. He can play a psycho. He can play a serious guy, and in this one he plays just a good old guy from Texas, and it really is just a neat movie. It's funny. There is some, of course, there's always the scenes that are sad and everything, and then there's the comeback triumphant, how everything works out in the end. But I really think Hope Floats is a good movie, and the reason I do like it is because there's a lot of Texas music in it. There's a lot of Texas music in it, guys that do kind of like the country music scene around Texas. Reckless Kelly's in it, and there's a few other bands. But I think when Hope Floats is a good one.
And I love that. I forgot about that movie, and that is like one of my favorite movies as
I
well.
watched it on an airplane because I had no interest in this movie, and was flying from Miami to Dallas. And it's a longer flight, and I happened to be the movie on. And my book sucked that I was reading, so I thought, hell, I'll watch this. And I actually wound up liking it. So yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, so we all kind of agree with all our stuff,
Yeah.
our movie thing.
So Faith,
So-
what was yours was Moulin Rouge, and
Yeah.
Randy, you
When Harry Met Sally.
When Harry Met Sally. And so, yeah, I think
So those are some good
Yeah, and-
movies.
yeah.
Y'all
And
don't have anything
and these
else
are
to
movies
say?
that people will remember for years and years.
Yeah.
I mean,
So if you haven't seen any of those, you should definitely go watch that for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
And now we're going to segue into segment 2. And Faith, why don't you introduce us to your topic? Since this was
So
your
the
idea.
topic that I wanted to talk about today is smoking with loved ones, whether it's family or with your significant other or on a date. At a date. I don't know if people do that, but I would. So yeah, just what are y'all's experiences with that? Because I've heard mixed opinions about that.
Okay.
Smoking around your family, around your significant other. So what do y'all think?
I thank you for bringing up such a wonderful topic. Anyway, my ex-wife, which I hate starting any sentence with that, but anyway,
We understand.
that was one of the things that we had in common was her two favorite uncles loved the smell of cigars. So when I decided to get into cigars, she was totally okay with it. And a lot of times we would just sit on the patio. She smoked cigarettes. Well, I say she'd take 2 puffs and throw it away, but she had to have something to do, you
Yeah.
know. So she'd sit outside, and I'd give her puffs on my cigar, but she never could keep from inhaling. She always inhaled. But that was the whole thing. And anytime we had a dinner on a Friday night or a Valentine's Day or something, Christmas, she would always get me a cigar for us to sit outside and do that. So that was one thing. And then I've had a lot of times smoking with my brothers, which is always fun.
Yeah.
That's always cool. Tony?
Well, I've always enjoyed smoking with my best buddy,
Thank you.
my ride or die. I've always enjoyed smoking with Randy. Randy's a good friend of mine. Randy and I get to discuss a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that Randy and I confer with each other on. But my buddy from my childhood, that's been with me since day one, man. My buddy Roy, he's always been a cigar smoker. He got me into it, but we smoke at his farm out in East Texas, and it's always a special time. That's a great one. But man, for chumming around and I've got a nephew, and his name is John Ross. Everybody calls him John, but I call him John Ross still. And yes, he was named after John Ross from Dallas. He was born during the Dallas craze. So imagine that,
Yeah.
So anyway, his dad and mom were Dallas fans.
Oh.
So anyway, John Ross is kind of a private person. He's not a person that talks a lot. He's kind of, But John Ross has always stayed good with every family member. He's always been like the go-between whenever there's been a family dispute. He's like the family ambassador of silence almost, if you will. But John Ross and I smoke together, man, and it's always a good way for me to get to know a little bit more about him and to find out what's going on with him. And then I let him know what's going on with me, man. So my nephew John Ross would be my favorite smoking buddy, man, as far as family members go. And just almost in general, I mean, he's just always a good guy, and he's always wanting to try something new, and he likes to ask me different questions about, what about this and that, and he likes to ask about different shops, and he asks about the shops in detail about how do they keep their humidors. He's always very inquisitive about that. So that's one thing that I'm always impressed with my nephew John Ross, man. So my good buddy Roy, and my good old nephew John Ross, man.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's cool. Good topic.
Yeah, thank you.
So is there anyone else other than your Ramsey that you like to smoke with?
So, I actually love smoking with Ramsey's family. They're actually the ones that got me into smoking. When I first met Ramsey and was hanging out with him and met his brothers, all of us bonding and getting to know each other and just spending time with family was always smoking. And those are like my favorite time, because growing up, that was the happy time. My family would just sit around dinner or a fire, because we're very country sometimes.
Well, that's just us here in the South. We like to sit around.
Deep in the woods, eating
That
deer
is
that
very
we
country.
killed that day.
Eating dinner that you shot. That
Yeah.
was alive 2 hours
Yeah,
ago.
that kind of country.
Okay.
Yeah. And we just sit around and bond and talk, and doing that with Ramsey's family has always been special to me, and that's actually how I got to know all of them. And that's how I got into cigars. I decided, that smelled really good, and I wanted to try it. And I've told this story before, and I hated it at first. And then the second time I tried, I was like, oh, I love this. This is
There you
awesome.
go. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. My, you didn't mention someone that I thought you were going to mention, but I'll mention him as well. There's nothing more gratifying for a guy with a cigar, other than don't let your minds go that direction, but than to just sit outside with your cigar and your dog. That is just cool as crap. And I'm going to consider a dog a loved one.
Yeah.
Because, I think that's why, dog's a man's best friend, because dogs get guys. They get us, they're like, not that they don't get women, but if a dog knows, hey, Dad just wants to sit here and smoke a cigar, so I'm just going to lay at his feet. If I see a rabbit or something, I'll go chase it, then I'll just come back and we'll chill. Oh, Dad's talking. What's he talking about? Oh, I have to listen to Dad. I mean, it's just really cool. And
Yeah.
I've had many nights of just smoking with just me and a dog. That's always fun.
And I will throw out there, some of y'all might not agree with this, but I am a cat person.
I agree with you. You are a cat person.
I have 2 cats, and they love to be outside. I live on the 2nd floor, and so I have a balcony, so I have the pleasure of smoking outside on my balcony in the evenings. That's one of my favorite things, and my cats, without fail, right in my lap, and they love it. So they're a nice companion to smoke with,
So you
too.
hate
Just
dogs.
relax.
So you hate dogs, that's what you're saying.
No, I don't hate dogs. That's not what I'm saying, Randy. I love dogs. Actually, I was a dog person for many. I still am. It's just I have become.
You caught yourself.
I know. Yeah. Anyway.
You like
cats are
smoking
good.
with your dog?
That is my dog right there. That is Big Boy and me smoking.
Nice.
Aw.
So that is my big old 145-pound old English bulldog, and he is so loyal to us, and he's just part of the family. And I mean, I love him to death. We have another little dog also, and she really runs the house, the little dog. But you know, her name is Panchita. But Big Boy and I sit out there, and he loves sitting with me and smoking. And he knows that when I start getting my cigar ready to go outside, he starts getting ready, man. He wants to go over to the garage door and come out there with me.
Yeah.
And he knows, hey, it's cigar time.
Yeah.
He's going to get walked, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a cigar, and he digs it, man.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
They love it.
I mean, I'm just waiting for him to look up at me one day and say, hey, man, put some more Steely Dan on or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, so that would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
cool.
crazy.
So, you know, my brothers, well, we're getting ready to wrap up, so I'll tell a story later. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the show today. This was a ridiculously sloppy show. Blame me on that one. We have one more segment. We already went into the second segment. How much more time? How much time do we have left?
We have 8 minutes.
We have 8 minutes, guys. You
Eight
get to hear my
minutes.
brother's story. You were rolling your fingers. I thought you were wrapping us up. Okay.
For that segment.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, more stories. Here we come.
All right. Here we
Okay.
go.
So, in 3, 2. No. Anyway, so we got, you know, my brothers. First of all, no one in my family smoked cigars. My mom's sisters smoked cigarettes. My mom didn't. She had asthma, so she couldn't smoke. And my dad, even though he was in the Navy and everything, and was the one that actually got me into cigars. That I told you that one cigar story. But so I had no background in it, and so I started smoking first, and then liked it. Got my two brothers to where they at least liked it, to where they'd have a couple of 3 or 4 year, you know. But that was always cool. We'd watch a western or something, and go outside, pass the whiskey bottle around, and smoke cigars, and feel like we were men, you know. And,
Feel like.
good thing we didn't have a gun, because we'd have been shooting at plants and stuff in the yard, you know, just to be cool.
Yeah.
But you know, so one of my brothers passed away about 3 years ago. And I'll miss that we won't get to do that again, the 3 of us. But that we used to have a lot of fun doing that. That was really cool. As long as the one brother didn't get too drunk, because he could get really annoying when he got really drunk. But it was still.
You got one of those too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, that brother should never even been allowed to smell alcohol. God, he was bad. But anyway, so it's just moments like that
Yeah.
that make cigars so cool. And that's the pleasure and beauty of a cigar lounge like we have here, and like you can find all over this great state of Texas and this country. And Tony can attest to this. We've got an incredible crowd here at Calypso. We're all friends. We all shoot the shit. We all kick each other on the balls. But we all have fun. And we all know each of us has each other's back. And you can find that in a cigar store. And that's, you know, it's like your family away from your family kind of thing. And it really, that's my favorite time of the day, is when I'm smoking with you guys up here, you know. And
I think,
Jerry and all our other friends. That's the best part of the day.
It's the best
I
part
think
of
that's
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to bring up also, like in this discussion of smoking with loved ones, is just the actual, just the smoking of cigars has helped a lot of people through the years form friendships and bonds, and a lot of times sitting down and having a cigar with somebody, you know, sometimes you hash out serious issues, sometimes you hash out family matters, sometimes you hash out business matters. I mean, there's just things that cigars can bring people together. It's just something about sharing a cigar with somebody and saying, hey man, let me open up your Hereford door, and hey man, try this. And you know, and it's just a way of it's a way of expressing gratitude to a person. It's a way of expressing endearment to a person that you want to be their friend and you appreciate their friendship. You know, you just don't give cigars to people that you just don't
Right.
appreciate or so.
Right.
You know, when somebody hands you a cigar, you know, they're handing you something that they think is special, and they say, "Hey, man, try that." You know, like I always like bringing in stuff and giving to the guys, and always like, you know, you can't always because, you know, yeah, there is the money part and the accountability of you know, cigars and everything, but you know, yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it also. Just the actual cigar, sharing that time, you know, because you only do certain things with certain people that you appreciate and regard in certain manners, you know, and so I think that's really a big deal when it comes to cigar smoking.
I agree. And you can really only find that in a lounge.
Yeah, and that is my favorite part of the week. I come here to Calypso at the end of my week. I'm going on a date, Friday's date night with me and Ramsey, and we come here and just talk with everybody, relax, smoke, or, you know, if I need to have a family discussion like you mentioned, that's actually a really good point. Adding cigars to kind of foster that friendship and that bonding moment, and so I love doing that. You know, whether it's my family, my dad, or it's my brother, or anybody here, all my friends here. These are all my friends here.
For every one of your friends.
Yeah, except Randy.
I'm nobody's friend.
Aw, come on, Randy. Come on, buddy.
I'm teasing. Anyway, so this might be our sloppiest show yet. Isn't this
Yeah,
great? Aren't
probably.
you proud of it? And I'll take credit for that. I'm the one steering, and I must have been drinking and driving today, driving this show. But anyway, once again, want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. God, I said it again.
Well, I don't know what's going on,
I'm
folks.
reading Valentine's
Folks, I think
Day, and I said Thanksgiving.
Folks, this is Big Tony of the Cigar
And I have
Show,
not
and
had
I'm just going to reach out to everybody today, and I want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, and whether with your significant other or whomever you may be with, if you're flying solo or you're just with friends, we want you to be safe. We want you to have a good day. And like my good buddy Randy says here, hold the dressing on the side.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Anyway,
you know.
please come by and see us. Thanksgiving, that's twice. Ridiculous. I only called you Faith Hill once.
Yeah.
So that's really bad. Anyway, so we're at 1002 North Central Expressway, Suite 589 in Richardson, Texas, Calypso Cigar Shop. Anyone who comes in, mentions the podcast, will get 5% off. We have a big pipe sale going on, so that's great. And next Friday, the 22nd, here, Jeff Smith of Cornelius and Anthony is going to be here. We have a big cut and light. So come see us for that. We'll have some great specials and on some really good cigars. And we've got some other events coming up that we're going to keep promoting, and we appreciate it. Tony's got something to promote.
Yeah, if you're listening today and you're looking for something to do tonight, I have a Valentine's event going at Buena Brasa Steakhouse in Grapevine over at 121 in Glade Road. It is just come one, come all. You can come by yourself, come with your couples, come everybody. After work, have a drink. We're going to be there from 5 to 9 tonight. It's going to be a great time. Marrero Cigars is going to be in the house, my brand. So it's going to be a good time. You can call over there if you want to make dinner reservations. You don't have to have dinner reservations to partake in the event. We're going to have half-price appetizers, drink specials. It's going to be a good time. So don't like doing pub on this to other lounges or other shops, but, you know, hey, it's Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Hey, come have a piece of meat. Yo.
Do you have anything to say as we're signing off?
Just have an awesome, happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Absolutely. For Jerry, happy Valentine's Day, Jerry. We will see
Happy
you
Valentine's
guys.
Day, Jerry.
We will see you guys next week. Episode Lucky 13 next week.
Woo!
Hopefully I'll get my shit together. It'll be better next time.
You heard it here, folks.
Anyway, y'all have a great day. Keep smoking.